Hello, I'm Emma with RPM LoneStar. I want to explain how we handle situations where a property owner wants to use their own maintenance vendor. Our responsibility is to protect your property, maintain compliance with Texas law, and ensure the home remains safe and livable for the resident. If you'd like us to use your own vendor, the owner simply needs to submit their licensing, liability insurance, and W-9 before any work begins. Once approved, your vendor will work through our maintenance platform, Property Meld, just like any vendor we partner with. This allows for clear documentation, scheduling, communication, and before and after photos. If a work order is already in progress, we aren't able to switch vendors mid-repair. This helps prevent delays, duplicate dispatch, or cancellation fees, and ensures the resident receives a smooth and consistent repair process. Once a vendor is approved, they'll operate through our maintenance platform, Property Meld, just like any vendor we partner with. This system lets us track progress in real time. When the work order is accepted, when the appointment is scheduled, when the repair is completed, and before and after photos are uploaded. It also documents all communication between the resident and the vendor. This keeps things clear, prevents delays, and ensures that nothing falls through the cracks. Once the work is completed, your vendor will upload before and after photos and any warranty or permit information, if required. We may inspect the work to confirm it protects the property and meets safety and habitability standards, not to supervise or evaluate workmanship. Because you are choosing and managing your vendor directly, any warranty or callback issues will be handled between you and your vendor. You would also handle payment directly with your vendor. RPM does not bill, pay, or reimburse outside vendors on your behalf. This ensures clear financial responsibility and keeps expectations transparent for everyone. Our approved vendors have agreed to specific response times, communication standards, documentation requirements, and pricing structures. Outside vendors may not follow these standards, which is why we require that work is documented through Property Meld when using your vendor. Using your own vendor is absolutely fine. We simply want to ensure responsibilities are clear so everyone has the same expectations before work begins. Emergency repairs are handled differently because they directly relate to habitability, safety, and preventing property damage. Under Texas law, emergencies have to be addressed immediately. For that reason, during emergencies, we will dispatch one of our approved on-call vendors. These vendors are available 24/7, respond right away, and document everything in Property Meld. Owner-selected vendors are not used for emergency repairs, simply because we do not control their availability or response time. Once the emergency is resolved and the property is stable, your vendor may be used for follow-up or non-urgent work, as long as they are approved in the system. This protects the resident, prevents further damage, and keeps us in compliance with Texas habitability requirements. We provide estimates at no cost as long as the repair is approved and the work moves forward. However, many licensed contractors charge a trip or diagnostic fee when they go out to the property to evaluate the issue. If you decide not to move forward with the recommended repair and would like to use a different vendor instead, that trip fee may still apply. This ensures that the vendor is compensated for their time and expertise, and it keeps everything fair and transparent for everyone. Each property has a maintenance reserve on file that we use to pay for routine repairs. Repairs are funded from this reserve and from rental proceeds. If the cost of a repair is greater than the reserve amount, we request the owner's contribution before we release the work order. This helps prevent delays and avoids cost increases, because vendors schedule their crews and pricing based on approved funding. The one exception is if the issue is an emergency, a safety concern, or affects the habitability of the home. In those situations, we may proceed immediately with one of our approved vendors to protect the property and comply with Texas Property Code. Once again, you are always welcome to use your own vendor for non-emergency repairs, as long as all licensing, insurance, and documentation requirements are submitted before work begins. When using your own vendor, you are responsible for coordinating scheduling, workmanship, and payment directly with them. Our role is simply to document the work in property meld for transparency, and to make sure the completed work protects the property and meets safety and habitability standards. Warranty or callback items would be handled directly between you and your vendor. However, for emergency, safety, or habitability issues, we may need to move forward immediately with one of our approved vendors to protect your property and comply with Texas law. Our goal is to keep the repair process clear, efficient, and transparent, so you always know what to expect. Thank you for partnering with RPM LoneStar. We're here to help you protect, manage, and grow your investment.